Hello, hello, hello. I know I'm a couple of minutes early. Better early than late, right? Awesome, awesome. Okay. So I'm still kind of in setup mode. I ask that you have just a little bit of patience with me because we got a lot going on today. Okay, I am set up and I am on. I should be on. Can y'all see me? Can I see me? Oh, I can't see me. No, because I hit the wrong one. Okay, that's in 4 days. Let's go here and go here, go to channel, live now. There we are. Okay, I'll try to keep my eyes straight. Wow. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Create and Relate. I am your baby boomer, Kitty Lane, from the Peninsula in Virginia. Back, of course, with another Create and Relate. I am here um, with loads to show you today. Loads. And of course, we are going to start with the welcome. Last I checked, we were still at 431. Yay for us. 69 to go. Still need about 1,500 viewing hours. But yes, just going to give you an overall synopsis on the health, which I would put that number today at probably a 9.5. I feel really good today. I'm rested. I got so much done yesterday. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. Um, I have part of the reason that I've been so stressed out here lately is because I'm restructuring the channel. And this was supposed to be a beginning of the year project. But I've really been working hard over the past couple of weeks because I wanted to make it a birthday gift to myself. So everything is going to be starting actually November 30th, but we're going to talk about that as well. And we'll see what we have going on. I do want to show you this chart that I have and how it really came in handy yesterday. This is one of the new changes, but it's kind of a behind the scenes change. Yesterday, that's what the end of yesterday's looks like. It's all marked up and scratched about and whatnot. But I'm giving myself 7 projects a day to work on. I have here washcloths, here scarf and a ruffle hat. I double there. The baby tendril, blue tendril, new squares, and the purple cardi. So all of those got my attention yesterday. Put my hours of crochet over here, the stitches I did on each in those hours. Did a total of 3,338 stitches yesterday. But even in that number, that's a low number for me. But even in that number, I was able to complete 3 projects yesterday. So I'm excited about that. Um, so that's one of the changes that you will see. Before we go further, I wanted to tell you what's in my cup. So we have our Folgers Black Silk. I'm not sure how many ounces what my daughter does because we got brewing coffee. So my daughter brews it now and she'll make her cup and she'll leave the rest for me. She doesn't really measure it out, so to speak. So she just makes it. She knows that I like it strong. And I can tell you that it's piping hot. Ooh, because not only did I heat it up on the stove, I put my creamer in it on the stove and heated it all together. So it is piping hot. The creamer I used this go around was the International Delight French Vanilla. So I have French vanilla coffee. I did not add my salt because it's not espresso, but I did add my drip of vanilla. So it's very vanilla that one. But it's hot and it's good. Okay, so I did show you my chart. What I have on my chart for today, and no, I have not done any stitches. However, I did have a blanket here that I started. And even though it was not, and it's not going to be on the list of things to tackle today, what I did because I had my therapy session this morning was I went through and started weaving in my ends. So I don't have a lot of micro fringe going on back here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 more ends to weave in, and I must have done a dozen. So that is well on its way. And when it's time to revisit that, I don't have to worry about looking at the micro fringe. Yay! Okay, so what I'm going to be doing from next week forward is on Sundays, you can expect 2 videos for me. One is going to be the word of the week. The reason I decided to go with the word of the week instead of the daily affirmation is because all of these are my affirmation pieces. And I realized how quickly I was going through them, doing them daily. Not that I don't want to do them daily, but I don't want to run out of things to leave you all with. And sometimes one thing needs to resonate more than one day. So we're going to have the word of the week, and that's going to start on Sunday. I will put those out as early as possible on Sundays. Of course, you can check the video out any time of the day you want. We'll also have on Sunday, yes, it's coming back. We're going to have an ASL phrase. I'm going to do a complete phrase, and I might touch up on it through the week. We might leave it there for you to go back and revisit. If you have any questions or anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. My email is listed in my description. Just hit me up and let me know that you need help, and I'm here for you. On Mondays, and this will start December 1st, I will be putting out a second ASL video for that week, but it's only going to be focusing on one word. So every week you're going to get a phrase and a word. And I'm going to try to make sure that that word is not in that phrase. So it'll be something different. Now, that word may be in next week's phrase. Not sure how that's going to play out yet. I'm still tweaking everything, but I have the basis of everything. And that's the greatest. I still got a week to work on this. Well, a little less than, but for all intents and purposes, I still got a week to work on it. You're also going to get on Monday, the second video is going to be 15 minutes of organizational tips. And it's basically going to be focusing on our yarn, our crocheting, our whips, our FOs, especially for those like me who do a lot of donating items. You know, how to keep those separate, how to take care of the fibers, those types of things. On Tuesdays, we will have our live. I'll call our Tuesday lives the day of W's because, of course, it's going to be the welcome in. Our sips of the day is going to be called Wet My Whistle. And then I'm going to go through the weekly whips. I'm choosing 7 items for the beginning of that week. And that week is going to start on Tuesdays. Why Tuesday? Maybe because next Tuesday is my birthday. That's right, y'all. In 7 days, your girl will be 62. And I'm super excited. My dress is crooked. My belly is crooked. It's okay because I'm here and I'm straight. Okay. So on Wednesdays, the video you get will be anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour long, and it'll be a crochet with Kitty video. I will simply be crocheting and working on probably one of my bigger pieces, or maybe it might be a smaller piece that I start from beginning to end. I'm not sure yet. On Thursdays, we have another live. That's going to be the C day. We're going to have the come on in. We're going to have the cup of what? And then we're going to crochet and we're going to chit chat. I'm going to be looking for a lot of participation from you all in the comments. On Friday, there'll be a 20-minute tutorial. Whatever I'm going to do a tutorial on, we'll probably start that item next Thursday. I do have a project in mind, and we're going to start on that next Thursday, which will be the 4th of December. Now, I'm telling you now that that tutorial will come in segments because I'm only going to be focusing on 20 to 30 minutes per session. On Saturday, that's going to be our live of S's, and that's going to be the salutations. It's going to be the sips. It's going to be the setup for the upcoming week, and it's going to be the so-and-sos. So in all of this, this is what we have to look forward to. I do plan on bringing the video star of the week back. Haven't decided which day we're going to incorporate this. It may be on Friday or Saturday. They seem to be the light days, or maybe even Wednesday. I'm not sure. I don't want to put too much on everybody at the beginning of the week, but I just want to make sure I get it out there. Those special people that stick out. You will see repeats as I have revamped the list. The list is as it is right now, but it is growing. It is growing immensely. So be looking out for the video star of the week. I'm looking to later on, as we get things more adjusted here, having maybe small contests. Now, we haven't decided whether we're going to do this quarterly or whether we're going to do it monthly, but those are the things that my manager, my mama daughter, and I have talked about. Won't be big things, but it'll just be something to show my appreciation for the loyalty, for the fact that you all have been here with me and for me, and just to let you know that I appreciate you so much. So there you have the layout of the week. Oh yeah, here it is. If you remember me telling you, December is the month of pillows. We're focusing on making 4 pillows in December. It looks like a blank page to you, but up top I do have listed pillow number 1. I'm going to write down everything that I can about that pillow and to show you what it looks like. I recently made an apron, and my pattern is written down here. The components, every part of it that I wanted to work on, the belt, the lap, the frontal, I called it. But what I plan to do differently on the pillow page, I'll be listing like the yarn that I use, the hook that I use, the time that I started or the date that I started, how much time I put into it. I will be writing the pattern down in this section, and front panel, back panel, If it's the type of pillow where it has the little um, panel that goes around the side to connect the front and back, all of that will be listed over here. And then, of course, like I said, the start date and time here is where we have the dates listed Monday through Saturday and Sunday here. And that way I'll be able to jot down the time, the number of stitches that have been put into it, those types of things. I find that I work better when I hold myself accountable to the stitches, which is why I came up with this. Instead of just writing down stitches done, per day, period, I can allocate those stitches to the places that they belong. I can give each space their proper number of stitches. And then I can go back and see how many stitches I've actually put in. Here, and this is a lot for me, but it's to show you how hard I've been working and why I've been so, oh, the time is 12:14. Yay. That's significant to me because my daughter's birthday is 12 days after mine. So her birthday is on the 14th. So I have color coded each one of the days. And that way, when I post them over here, which is what I have here, this is the structure of how I want it. It will actually go on the calendar here. So I can go back each day and see what I'm supposed to be doing that day. Of course, anything that has to be broken down, these are my days listed here. This is my weekly or my daily calendar here. And that's where all of that information will go. So yes, you can see that your girl has been busy. So yesterday I pulled out washcloths, blue scarf, ruffle hat, baby tendril, blue tendril, new squares, and purple cardie. I was able to complete a washcloth. This is washcloth number 7. Trying to pull everything else in here out so you can see that I'm still keeping it. I don't want other things to fall. Okay. I'm still keeping everything in the container here. I still have my other washcloths in here. There's 6. This makes 7. And these are all the ones that have been done for November. By the end of the month, by the 30th, I will have my 10 washcloths. I've already pulled out the yarn for the next one. And the one after that, I'll be going back to the purple. So I will probably end up with these two. I have my little bitty balls of what was left of the peaches and cream cotton. So I will probably blend all 4 of these together to make the 10th one. But either way, they will be done. They will be done. So I did the washcloth. I completed that yesterday. I completed the ruffle hat yesterday. I'm proud of this one. I really am. It was a lot of last minute colors that were given to me, but I'm so happy that I got that done. If you remember this hat, I told you that there was a scarf that went to it, and I had already shown you the beginning of the scarf. Well, the scarf is now complete. And that scarf goes with this hat. So that is another commission done. The hat was commissioned. The scarf set was commissioned. So that's the 3 items that were completed yesterday. These are the 3 scarves, in case you didn't catch them before, that were completed last week. Payment has been received on those, and they'll be going out next week. The young lady will come pick them up. And I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for this. I've shown this to you many times, not completed. Y'all, it is done. It is done. This is actually the fourth cardigan that I've completed, but it is the first one that I've done for myself, that I've completed for myself. I've started a lot. I actually completed this one. And if you notice my back panels, three different colors. We got the orange, the yellow, and the teal. We have a purple sleeve with a pink cuff, and we've got a blue sleeve with a pink cuff. The back part of my ribbing is pink. Front left panel is green. Front right panel is red. And we did teal down the front here. Come back here, button. We did teal down the front side here. And we did yellow down this side. Also around the collar. My bottoms down here. The teal matches the teal side. The yellow matches the yellow side. Each one of my buttons is a different color. And I have them on the right side. All of my buttons, y'all, were on the underside. I got excited when I put the first button up there, didn't check it to see if it was right, and I continued on to put the rest of them up there, and I grabbed it and put it on, and mind you, it was not, the sweater was not finished, but it was where I could put it on. And I put it on, and I realized my buttons were on the wrong side, and the stubborn streak in me rose up, and I said, and I am not changing it. And my daughter said, yes, you are. So that is my cardigan. This is my just for me cardigan. This idea started with Marsha Lee of Blind Stitches. And like I said, many times before, she asked me to collab with her. It's always been a dream of mine to collab with someone. And I immediately jumped on it. This was the second time I collabed on a project. The Twister Hood of the Traveling Blanket was my first. And I enjoyed that so much. It just did my heart all the good in the world. I got a little situation going on over here, y'all, but I can still talk to y'all while I fix it. But I am surrounded by yarn. Okay, but yes, to be asked to be in on those two really, really, really did my heart a lot of good. It felt good to be a part of such amazing projects. Lori also did a cardigan. Hers is yellow and it's made of real, real plushy fabric fibers. It's so cute. So hopefully I can get a picture of that and I'll share that with you. Part of what I'll be talking about on um, sorry, on Mondays, organizational tools. This is an idea of what I'll be going through with you all. These are the Dollar Tree balls of yarn. In here, I'm able to get 10. It's also good for projects that you're working on. I would say anywhere from small to a mid-sized project are really good to use these containers for. Dollar Tree used to have them for $1.25. I've not seen them recently. They do have the smaller ones, the Rubbermaid ones, I believe. But those types of Walmart has them in this size. It's not Sterlite, but um, They do have them in this size. I'm sorry, it's not Sure Fresh, it's Sterlite. But I do like the Sure Fresh. The Sure Fresh to me was absolutely perfect. It was perfect in size. Sometimes if it's a little too full, you might have to work with the lid to get it on. But I have three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I have eight of these. And I wish I had at least four more. They make yarn storage easy, especially in the balls like these that you get from Dollar Tree. And when you have to, trying to find it, yeah. Hold on, I got you. When you have to cake them up. Okay, here we go. Okay, when you have to cake them up into mid to small to mid size cakes, they fit right in there. You know, you can get like three the size in here, or the smaller ones that I had been doing. I left those in the bathroom for some reason, but I'm trying to see if I have one that I can pull out and show you without messing up things. This is one, but I had to, but it's one of the smaller cakes. Um, when I first got my ball winder, I could only do like 80 reps, which made a pretty small cake. And I can get like 15 of those in here. So if you, like I said, small to mid-sized projects, lots of times when I'm working on things and I know I'm going to be working on outside the house or I know I'm going to be traveling, I'll cake them up into small cakes like this and I'll work with small cakes at a time. I don't need a big ball or a big cake rolling around the car or, you know, wherever I am, somebody's hotel room or something like that. I don't want it rolling all over the place or too big to handle. So I make the little small cakes and they're much easier to manage. But those are the types of things that we'll talk about on Mondays. Okay, the baby tendril. I'll skip because this is on top. The purple cardigan. I added to the front side, the front right side. I'm in the process of adding to the front left side. So no, I have not forgotten about my cardigan. It is still here and it's still being worked on. I was going to make it longer, but I decided not to because my Just For Me cardigan comes almost down to my knees. So I figured I'd have one regular cardi and one long cardi. But then after I add the front side to that, all I have to do is the mhm, the ribbing around the bottom and the lapels and the collar. Okay. I showed you these two also, but these are two that I worked on yesterday. This is the what I call the baby tendril. The name of the asymmetrical shawl is tendril. Um, I did put that link in Thursday in Saturday's video. I'll try to remember and go back and link it in this one. But that is the baby tendril. And then I also, these are gifts. I also started a baby blue tendril. This one's in 4 worsted weight. The other, the baby tendril, is in 3 worsted in 3 weight, DK weight. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. But this one, like I said, is in 4 worsted weight, baby blue, premier Just Yarn, and the other is in Bernat Baby Soft, Baby Sport. I don't remember right now, and the label is put up. We're gonna talk about the labels today too. I told y'all we had a lot to talk about. So they are on the list for today. Those last three items that I showed you, the purple cardigan and both the tendril blankets. I also have on the list for today another washcloth and new squares. Got to show y'all the new squares. So I'm all about yarn busting, stash busting, getting this yarn down. I don't like it when it just sits here. So I created these little squares. They're all half double crochet and double crochet. Very simple. The center is all half double crochet, 2 rounds of double crochet, trimmed in half double crochet. And I have one complete square. I have 3 more that are ready to be trimmed. And I don't remember the size of the square, so we're going to figure that out right now. They're 9-inch squares. 9-inch squares, and I want 25 of them. And then I'm going to put them all together and make a blanket. And this is my first section of work. Now, these are the regular shoe boxes. I got these from Amazon where I got 24 shoe boxes and 24 lids in a box. So I don't know if they still have that. I got 3 of them. I gave one to my daughter. I think you remember me telling you she has 300 pair of shoes. So I got one case for her, and every other month or so, she comes and gets another one from me. I also use these for snacks for the kids. We have popcorn, Pop Tarts, the Little Debbie snacks, all kinds of little pastries, the energy bars, or the protein bars, I should say. I call them energy bars. But the protein bars, the breakfast bars, they fit so well in here. They really, really do. So we have those that are dedicated for the kitchen. I think we have 6. No, we don't. We have 8. We have 8 in the kitchen. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 8 in the kitchen. And we have 9 because the grandkids have their own cooking utensils. So theirs gets to stay in one. Now, what I did for this project, so that I won't forget, I took a piece of paper or 2 pieces of paper and I taped them to the top. So all the information that I need about these squares and what this is right here on these 2 pieces of paper. I have what my square is going to look like and the components of that square. I said 25-day blanket. It's not. It's a 25 square blanket. I was sleepy. And it's 4 worsted weight. I'm working it up with a 6.5 hook. And right here, it says my squares are 9 inches. All I had to do was look at this. I didn't have to do it the other way. I made it hard on myself. And it's going to have a border also. So it's going to be slightly larger than 45 inches by 45 inches. Hello. Hey, love, how are you? Oh, I'm so happy you caught me too. I took it off and I'm going to put it up here. You excited me. I was happy to see you. So that's the newest project that's being worked on. I had to think about it before I said it. This is next to newest. and it is on the list to be visited today. This is my baby Esther blanket. Um, this blanket, the colors spoke to me when I got them, and the colorway reminded me of the story of baby Esther. So it's a storytelling blanket, and the color that I added to it was the watermelon. I also added this green to kind of break up. We had a lot of light colors, and I wanted a little more of the darker colors in there because there were a lot of dark moments in her life. And you think about it, this child was born in 1918 and then just completely vanished by 1934. She outgrew her cuteness, and she traveled abroad though. She performed for kings and queens and other dignitaries. Did I say that right? I hope I did, because I don't want to revisit that word right now. But and to her, it was all for the art. It was all for entertaining. But the people around her were greedy and unscrupulous. And there was one man that wrote a book about a dream he had about a child. You know what I'm saying? This grown man had a dream about a 12-year-old child. And I mean, a very indecent dream. And he wrote a book about it. So, yeah. The other thing that will be visited today is what I call Black Skittles. I've always called this colorful yarn Skittles. I think it's a Temu yarn, and they call it rainbow, but I call it Skittles because it looks like Skittles to me, especially with the black rose added to it. I can tell you that I am using an 8.0 hook, which is my L, and all of this is half double crochet, just half double crochet back and forth. This one moved up on the list tremendously. It was a whenever you finish it type thing, but my oldest daughter has multiple sclerosis, and all of the treatments that she has tried have not been successful. So they have a new one out called Mavenclad, I believe is how you say it, and it's pretty harsh. Um, it breaks down your immune system and then it rebuilds it. So I wanted to make sure that she was going to be comfortable. She told me that her legs get cold quicker than anything else. So I wanted to make sure my baby girl was going to be comfortable. So that is where I am surrounded by works. I can tell you that what's in this bag right here is going to be our first tutorial. Joan knows what it is, but she's going to not tell it. But that is going to be our first tutorial. I was kind of up in the air as to whether I was going to do it as using the chunky yarn or whether I was going to use the full worsted weight. But being that I have it in the chunky yarn, that's the way I'm going to present it. And that's the way I'm going to do it. If I have to go back and do another tutorial, that'll be fine. I'll do that too. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. So if there is anything that you all would like for me to do a tutorial on, anything that you all seen, um, jot it down in the description box, in the comment box, and let me know. And, that's something that we can address in the future. Also, in the comment section, tell me how you feel about the structure or the new structure of the channel coming up, and knowing in advance what to look out for, what days, which things will be dropping, you know. I think that's not only better for the channel, but it's better for me. And that way I'm not all over the place. It's not, okay, well, today I feel like doing this. Okay, well, today I feel like doing that. I think having more structure will hold me more accountable, and it'll force me to sit down and say, hey, this has to be done. This has to be done. This has to be done. I've always been a person who has worked better by lists. So I'm taking that list word and turning it into structure and saying that I'm a person who is going to excel by sticking to structure and not going to be rigid. I am not going to be rigid. I promise you. I don't, I was raised with rigidity, and I elected not to be that type of parent to my kids. And I think it worked with mine. None of mine are in the penal system. They all graduated high school, all but one. And when I say all, I raised 35 kids. So 34 of my 35 graduated high school. One got his GED. And the one that got his GED went on to become a department manager and then a roving manager at Kroger's. He has since retired, not quit, not put aside, not left. He retired from his management position. He is now traveling as a stand up comedian. Yes. So rigidity doesn't work for everybody. Could some of them have benefited from that type of upbringing? I think all of those that went into the military could have, and it was a total of 13 of my 35 who went into the military, different branches of the military. And I mean, all. I had most went Navy. One, two, three went Army. Two were Marines. And then I had one in the Coast Guards. So, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We touched all of them. My biological son went Army, and my youngest daughter wanted to go Army. She didn't, but that's what she aspired to do. Now, my grandkids, as far as rigidity is concerned, y'all, I've had to do a lot of reading for one because my granddaughter is level two autistic. She is verbal. The more I read about autism, the more I learn um, what it entails, how much patience it requires of all of us in the guardianship position, parenting or guardianship position around her. I recently learned that, and I was frustrated for a while, but I recently learned that what she learns today, the whole thing may have to be retaught to her tomorrow. The whole thing. And it was confusingly frustrating to me, not angrily, but because with me, if you need to be taught, you need to be taught. And I'm going to do the best I can to teach you. But in my quiet moments, you know, I was wondering, is this a tactic on her? And because she's very smart, she's very conniving, trust me. But I could not understand, like, for instance, when she was in second grade, she was learning placement values of numbers. Now she's in fifth grade. And when she got her homework asking her the placement value of different numbers, it was like she was totally lost. So we pulled out the chart that we had and we went over everything again. Everything pretty much that I work with them on, I've saved it because my grandson is now in the second grade. So it's work to be able to go back and pull those things instead of having to reconstruct them. But when I went through and was helping her with all of this, in my mind, I'm like, she knows this. She's done this. She excelled at this. And I'm kind of beating myself up in the room. What did I do different? What did I do wrong? Maybe I said the wrong words. Maybe I need to read up on this section of it again and seeing if I can bring, what other words can I use? What other approach can I use? But in all of that and reading about autism and learning that what they retain today may very well be gone tomorrow. Some things they'll remember for a while. The repetition of it will help them to remember. But when they step away from it, it's like filling one of these boxes. Once it's full, if you want to put something else in here, you got to take something out. And in learning that, kind of like the brain of an autistic person, as opposed to, like my brain, the more information you put in there, the more I'm gonna blend it with something that's in there and try to see if we can make it work that way or whatever. It's just learning the difference. And another thing that I found interesting is when I worked at 7-Eleven my third go round, um, a lot of my younger clientele fell into the spectrum. Everything from um, severe to Asperger's. And in seeing them on a daily basis and learning how they responded and reacted and everything made it so I could recognize things when I saw them. So my granddaughter, I actually diagnosed before she was diagnosed by a doctor. And, I didn't take that information to a doctor. I just asked my kids to have her checked, you know, go through this and see if we can get testing for these things. Same thing with my grandson. We found out that he's ADHD, just like his grandma. Yes, I am. If you haven't noticed, I have not been able to be still this entire video. It's not as bad as y'all have seen me sometimes. Me and my happy pills are doing very good. But yeah, it's fascinating. But something else I can tell you about autism, um, their creative skills. Oh my God, y'all, when I'm making something, when I'm designing something, the first person I call is my granddaughter. And she will tell me right away if it's good or not. She'll look at something and she's like, now I like this, but I don't like that. Or if it's all garbage to her, she'll be like, I don't like it. I don't. I don't like it. It's a lot sensory with them. It's no emotional attachment to anything. It's what they see, what they smell, what they taste, what they feel. If something doesn't feel right to them, won't touch it. I'll just say her. If something doesn't smell right to her, this baby, bless her heart, every time we put a plate in front of her, it could be the same thing she had to eat yesterday. She is going to pick each and everything up and smell it before it goes in her mouth. And if the texture is not right, you're going to know it. Yes, but I think I told you some time ago, both of my grandkids expressed interest in crocheting. Now, my grandson, I think he wants to do things because he gets bored and he wants something different to do. But my granddaughter does not want me to show her work yet. But y'all, I'm sorry. I think we got a little designer on our hands. I do. I think we got a little designer on our hands. She graduated from the slip stitch and started doing chains. And when I started working with her on the single crochet, they were so even and perfect. So then I took her up to the half double crochet, and she started her own little thing, half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. I'm like, girl, look at you. Look at you. So we are working right now. She's understanding that each individual stitch gets its own stitch. So she's not learning to combine the stitches yet. But seeing how far she's advancing and so quickly, it just it does my heart good. It does my heart good. But all of that comes with an exemplary, y'all, me in words today, but it comes with a high level of patience. I'll put it that way. It comes with an extremely high level of patience, and I am very grateful that, I've been given more patience than I thought I had. More patience than I thought I had. Before I get off of here today, I have not seen her in the room, but I know she usually does catch the replays. I want to send out a birthday wish to one of our fellow creators. So, just for you, Lori, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lori. I pray that you have the most amazing day. And for y'all that don't know, Sag season. Yes, y'all, it is Sag season. And I don't know what it is, 2025 is our year. We about to cut up. We about to show out. Just so y'all know, just putting you on notice. But yes, y'all. Happy birthday, Lori. Had to calm myself down. Got a little bit too excited, but in the meantime, I want you all to remember to be bold, be brave, be beautiful, and behave. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody.